Renderforce.com.
Gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya, warapfunywe ntiwapfuye, waragowe ntiwagoka, gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya.
Une feuille et un stylo apaisent mes délires d'insomniaque. Loin dans mon exil, petit pays d'Afrique des grands lacs. Remémorer ma vie naguère avant la guerre, trimant pour me rappeler mes sensations sans rapatriement. Petit pays, je t'envoie cette carte postale, ma rose, mon pétale, mon cristal, ma terre natale. Ça fait longtemps les jardins de Bougainvilliers, souvenirs enfermés dans la poussière d'un bouquin plié. Sous le soleil, les toits de tôle scintillent, les paysans défrichent la terre en mettant le feu sur des brindilles. Voyez mon existence avait bien commencé, j'aimerais recommencer depuis le début, mais tu sais comment c'est. Et nous voilà perdus dans les rues de Saint-Denis. Avant qu'on soit sénile, on ira vivre à Guissény. On fera trembler le sol comme les grondements de nos volcans. À leur petit pays, loin de la guerre, on s'envole quand
Gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya, warapfunywe ntiwapfuye, waragowe ntiwagoka, gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya.
Petit bout d'Afrique, perché en altitude, je doute de mes amours, tu resteras ma certitude. Réputation, recouverte d'un linceul. Petit pays, pendant 3 mois, tout le monde t'a laissé seul. J'avoue, j'ai plaidé coupable de voyir quand tous les projecteurs étaient tournés vers le Zaïre. Il fallait reconstruire mon petit pays sur des ossements, des fosses communes et puis nos cauchemars incessants. Petit pays, te faire sourire sera ma rédemption. Je t'offrirai ma vie, à commencer par cette chanson. L'écriture m'a soigné. Quand je partais en vrille, seulement laisse-moi pleurer quand arrivera ce maudit mois d'avril. Tu m'as appris le pardon pour que je fasse peau neuve, petit pays. Dans l'ombre, le diable continue ses manœuvres. Tu veux vivre malgré les cauchemars qui te hantent. Je suis semence d'exil, d'un résidu d'étoiles filantes.
Gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya, warapfunywe ntiwapfuye, waragowe ntiwagoka, gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya.
Un soir d'amertume, entre le suicide et le meurtre, j'ai gribouillé ces quelques phrases de la pointe neutre de mon feutre. J'ai passé l'âge des pamphlets quand on s'encanaille. Je connais que l'amour et la crainte que celui-ci s'en aille. J'ai rêvé trop longtemps de silence et d'aurore boréale. À force d'être trop sage, je me suis pendu avec mon auréole. J'ai gribouillé des textes pour m'expliquer mes peines. Bujumbura, t'es ma luciole dans mon errance européenne. Je suis né il y a longtemps, un mois d'août. Et depuis, dans ma tête, c'est tous les jours la saison des doutes. Je me navre et je cherche un havre de paix. Quand l'Afrique se transforme en cadavre, les époques, ça meurt comme les amours, man. J'ai plus de sommeil et je veille comme un zamou. Laissez-moi vivre, parole de misanthrope. Citez-moi un seul de rêve qui soit allé jusqu'au bout du sien propre.
Gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya, warapfunywe ntiwapfuye, waragowe ntiwagoka.
Petit pays, quand tu pleures, je pleure. Quand tu ris, je ris. Quand tu meurs, je meurs. Quand tu vis, je vis. Petit pays, je saigne de tes blessures. Petit pays, je t'aime, ça j'en suis sûr.
Warapfunywe ntiwapfuye, waragowe ntiwagoka, gaugu gatoyi, gaugu kaniniya.
Giocano e io no, gli altri giocano e tu no, tutti assieme siete là e io da solo sono qui. Racconta ancora, non fai fare, perché sei piccolo perciò, con noi ancora tu non puoi giocare. ugahora n'umunyinya ngo yibabaze umutima ihore tutti assieme siete là e io da solo sono qui racconta ancora lo sai far perché sei piccolo perciò con noi ancora tu non puoi giocare allora racconta riesco a fare da 1 fino a 3 sei 3 te però domani crescerò certamente dopo 3 al 4 arriverai e allora griderai finalmente tocca a me certamente dopo 3 al 4 arriverai e allora griderai finalmente tocca a me allora racconta riesco a fare da 1 fino a 3 vedrete che però domani crescerò certamente dopo 3 al 4 arriverai e allora griderai finalmente tocca a me in un angolo qui tesoro te ne stai il tesoro me ne sto ma una lacrima però è scesa giù per conto suo io piango qui per conto mio ma che disastri mi farò giorno che racconta costerò finalmente tocca a me finalmente tocca a te finalmente tocca a me tocca a me tocca a me ora tocca a te
Alors on est arrivé assez tôt pour être dans les premiers au départ de la course.
Dimanche 28 septembre, c'était le 31e Paris-Versailles. Avec un petit peu plus de 17 000 inscrits, cette grande classique de la course sur route a une nouvelle fois été un énorme événement populaire entre la Tour Eiffel et le château de Versailles. Pour les habitués de l'épreuve, au rythme des fanfares et harmonies parisiennes, pont de Bir Hakeim, pont Mirabeau, Meudon et sa forêt, Versailles, avec au passage la Côte des Gardes qui a toujours fait aussi mal au quadriceps. Je lui souhaite bonne chance pour les championnats du monde de semi-marathon au Brésil avant d'enchaîner par la saison de cross où elle visera une sélection aux championnats d'Europe. Comme pour les féminines, chez les hommes, c'est le même vainqueur qu'en 2007 qui va franchir la ligne d'arrivée. Joseph Marégou en 46 minutes 45 secondes. Il a dominé la course et devance son ami Dieudonné Dizy comme l'an dernier, mais avec une avance plus nette de 31 secondes à l'arrivée après une belle course tactique. Joseph Marégou compte désormais 2 victoires et espère bien revenir l'an prochain.
List of African American mathematicians.
This is a list of articles on African American. Benjamin Barnica, 1731 to 1806. Augustin Banyuga, B. 1947 in Rwanda. David Blackwell, 19...
Paul Rusesabagina. Paul Rusesabagina demonstrated remarkable courage and compassion in the face of genocidal terror. During the Rwandan genocide in 1994, he risked his own life to shelter more than 1,000 fellow Rwandans targeted for murder. His noble and selfless acts have been honored around the world. His life reminds us of our moral duty to confront evil in all its forms. The United States honors Paul Rusesabagina for his spirit and bravery in defending and caring for his fellow man.
There's a need to emphasize here that Rwanda's achievement did not occur in a vacuum. Indeed, the success Rwanda encountered stemmed from many factors: good governance and an enlightened leadership led by His Excellency President Paul Kagame that put together single-handed salute to the Rwandan situation in the immediate aftermath of the genocide against the Tutsi. Yes, if you were not there, I wouldn't be here today talking to you. You want me to tell you about my story? About why we Rwandans want him? You know, my grandparents were refugees, my parents were refugees, I was born as a refugee. And luckily, he went back home, stopped the genocide. Luckily, I went back home too. And he went to this interview. And you know, daily basis, over 10,000 people. What have you done? Nothing. We want this man here. He was the only one to take his responsibility and come and stop the genocide. He's our hero. I was telling to this gentleman over there. So we will never, ever accept it, whoever will try to deny what the Rwandans want to achieve or what is the choice of Rwanda. That well-tested system has prompted the people of Rwanda to opt massively to keep this very precious man, the president we have today, namely President Kagame, at the helm of the nation. So if, as she well stated, Mrs. Samantha,
Je trouve ça gênant quand un président qui est avec ses pairs ici au sommet de la francophonie viennent ne pas discuter avec eux, mais dicter ce qui devrait se passer dans leur pays. Je trouve ça d'ailleurs assez inélégant. Qui décide de l'avenir politique des Africains. Ce n'est pas Paris qui décide, c'est évident. Le président français peut bien exprimer son point de vue, il peut donner des conseils à ses pairs. Et là, on va au ton aussi. Je suis venu à Dakar pour dire aux Africains, ce n'est pas normal. On est en 2000. Not just Rwanda. You can pick human rights issues.
But we're talking about Rwanda today because you're the foreign. I've interviewed foreign ministers.
Specifics about these cases. When you pick a country and say there are abuses of human rights, there is no freedom, there are no liberties, exactly what? Because it's important to go through
The specifics, all the newspapers that are shut, journalists who are arrested. BBC Radio banned because it was accused of promoting genocide ideology. The BBC accused of promoting genocide ideology. Seriously?
Yes, absolutely. The BBC produced a documentary film, which is a total denial of the history of Rwanda, particularly the history of the genocide. So in Rwanda, that is not acceptable. In the UK, maybe that's a different story.
Look, the BBC can defend themselves. I think most people would question the BBC being genocide promoters. People held incommunicado and by, quote, credible reports that individual journalists had been threatened by the authorities. That's the US government, that's your ally.
There is nothing unusual about governments and allies disagreeing on things. The United States is indeed an ally of Rwanda. We've worked together for many years, but every now and then we disagree on certain things, on the way we do business, just as we find some of the practices in the United States not the way it would be done in Rwanda. So we respect that. We want to keep improving on any front, economic or political. But it's absolutely normal to have countries disagree with what Rwanda does.
So you're willing to take their aid money, but reject their criticism of your human rights?
First of all, let's say that aid is not charity. And aid money that has come to Rwanda has been used effectively.
But the South Africans think you were behind it. They kicked out three of your diplomats.
Well, that would have to be adjudicated, and a court would have to decide on that. So as long as it's not decided, my government is not to be accused of anything.
When it comes to these issues, Rwanda seems to be on its own.
Let me put it this way. Rwanda, as any other country that I know of, has its own way of doing things, and not everybody should be agreeing with what the government of Rwanda is doing.
Thank you. Good morning. I want to come to this topic by three images. In the last 15 years, Africa has reversed years of decline. That is a fact. And contrary to what people say, it's nothing with oil prices or copper prices. It is something else. But this image I want to leave with you today. So a leader in a country in West Africa, Paulo Gomez knows very well, Parliament, announced these fantastic numbers, GDP growth, HDIs and all this. And the taxi driver says, we don't eat GDP. On ne mange pas la croissance. That is what they said. So I was saying how this president announced these fantastic figures of growth, indicators. And this driver, drivers, taxi drivers in many of these countries represent the Vox Populi. He said, on ne mange pas la croissance, you don't eat GDP. He summarized what you are discussing here. Another image that I want to leave with you is about how national football teams are selected in many of our countries. That is the only time when tribe does not matter, region does not matter. What matters is, can this person score. It is the most inclusive selection you can imagine. When other things are being selected, you have different criteria. But when you sit down to select the Brazilian football team or the Senegalese football team, it will be selected on the basis of how these people can win.
Being head of the African Development Bank is not a job, it's a mission.
Angleterre, London.
His Excellency Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda.
the judicial system of Rwanda is not subordinate to France or to France's
People cannot
interests.
be bribed or forced into changing their history. And no country is powerful enough, even when they think they are, to change the facts. After all, les faits sont têtus.